Amid a shaky and fragile Easter Day truce, the Kremlin has now clearly stated that Russia will not extend a truce with Ukraine unless Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy accepts its terms. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov said that sustainable peace could be achieved only if Volodymyr Zelenskyy accepted those well-known solutions. Both sides had earlier agreed to observe the ceasefire, which Russian President Vladimir Putin ordered on Thursday. Trading barbs on one another, Russia's defense ministry accused Kyiv of nearly 2,000 breaches. Governors of two Russian border regions said Ukrainian drones had attacked targets in the Kursk and Belgorod regions, including 5 people. The Russian ministry claimed Kyiv had fired 258 times using artillery or tanks and carried out over 1,300 FPV drone strikes and dropped various types of munitions 375 times via drones. Meanwhile, Ukraine's military said Russian forces breached the 32-hour truce hundreds of times. It reported nearly 470 violations, including assaults, shelling and drone strikes. In a statement, it added that Russian forces carried out 57 airstrikes, dropped 182 guided aerial bombs, deployed 3,928 kamikaze drones and conducted 2,454 shelling attacks on populated areas and on Ukrainian troop positions. Ahead of the weekend ceasefire, both sides swapped prisoners of war. At least 175 Ukrainian soldiers returned home. Zelenskyy said he and his army chief has discussed swapping troops under the ceasefire, further adding that the Easter ceasefire should continue beyond the holiday.
We had detailed discussions yesterday and today with the Commander-in-Chief, the Secretary of the National Security and Defense Council, and the Security Service of Ukraine regarding the ceasefire currently in effect for Easter. Ukraine has proposed this more than once, and it would be good if it truly works. Easter should be a time of security and peace. It would be right for a ceasefire to continue beyond the holiday.
Just as both sides exchanged fire, local residents observed a somber Easter festivities and longed for lasting peace.
Every year, at every holiday, when we think about it, every Ukrainian thinks and wants to believe that the war will end soon. Everyone is tired of living like this. We are tired of rushing down to the shelters with our children during air raid alerts, wondering whether we will survive the air raid or not. We are thinking about our families, our loved ones, and the people who are currently on the front line.
So far, we've been able to hold a service to bless the Easter cakes, baskets, and all the food, as the guys have also been fasting. And for now, the ceasefire is giving us this chance to feel the spirit of the holiday, even if just a little, even if only a tiny bit. But there's no real sense of celebration at the moment.
In Russia, traditional church ceremonies marked the Holy Saturday. People took traditional cakes and eggs to church for mass blessing rituals. Hundreds of Russians attended Easter Mass led by Patriarch Kirill at Russia's main Christ the Savior Cathedral in central Moscow. Orthodox Easter in Russia is the most significant religious holiday.